No, so as you can see, we have our basic HTML table open again. So in the last video, this is what we learned to do. Basically put all this input in here so the computer reads it as a table. But as you can see, it's kind of a little bit boring and it's not really all that attractive as a table. There's no lines or no kind of coloring or font. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this, just add a little bit of CSS. Now we haven't really started on CSS yet, but we're just going to add a little bit in there just to make it look that little bit better, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to my header tag, okay? Or header. And I'm going to put in style. Close this off. Okay, so everything in here is going to be CSS, okay? So it's calling out the CSS for the page as such, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put in here, we're going to go table, comma, th, table header. We learned about that in the last video. And finally, table data, okay? Now, we're going to open up our brackets like so. And everything inside these brackets is now going to be our CSS, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a border. So that's pretty simple. So border, and we're going to go 1 pixel, 1 px. Now this is very important how you write this, okay? Solid gray. Okay, so we've got solid gray, and then we go semicolon, so we can add more data in. So we can see here now that we've got a border. We've got our table in here with a border. Now, I really don't like this kind of like this double line thing here. I think it looks really kind of old fashioned. So that's perfect. So what I want to do is I want to change that. So let's go in here. We're going to go border, collapse, double dots, collapse. Make sure you spell it right, pattern. Okay, so we see what just happened there. We've just got our single line here. So we had like a double border, and now we've got a single one. I think this looks much better. So the one thing I want to do is I want to add a little bit of kind of space, okay? So we can see here that like all the words are very, very close together or close to the lines, and I don't think that looks brilliant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go padding. No, I really don't know where we go. About 5 pixels, I think. 5 px and then semicolon. No, so I think that almost looks a little bit better. So what we've gone here is put a little bit more space. So I think that looks a little bit lighter, okay? Now, so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of align the text, all the text to the left, because I don't really like the way that this here. Can we see this? The way the table headers of the th is kind of, I don't like the way that's centered and nothing else is centered. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to center everything. So we're going to go text, align, text align, and we go left, semicolon. And wait for it to work. No. So everything here is kind of in its, everything is on the left, and I think that's a little bit neater, okay? And I like that a little bit more. So that's pretty much it. We took our table and we really made it into like something, again, it's still very, very simple, but it looks a little bit better.